Good evening, students. This is Anitha, your Neet educator from AR Logics. Today, I am going to discuss about animal kingdom. Let's see what is animal kingdom. Here, animal kingdom. Animals are multicellular and they are heterotrophic. Why we are calling them as heterotrophic? Because they can't prepare their own food material. Directly or indirectly, they can depend on others for their food material. That's why we are calling animals are the heterotrophic. Here, Here, what is an animal? I said you animal is a multicellular and it is a heterotrophic organism without cell wall and chlorophyll. Next, in the animal kingdom, total 11 phylums are there. Okay, from that 11 phylums, 10 are non-chordates and 1 is a chordate. Okay, let's come. What is Porifera? The first phylum is Porifera. Porifera is pores-bearing animals. Okay, the pores-bearing species relates to the phylum Porifera. The example of this Porifera is sponges. Example of this Porifera is sponges. Okay, next coming to the phylum Cnidaria. Cnidaria is example for the Cnidaria is Hydra. Cnidaria is Hydra. Next, Ctenophora. Our next phylum is Ctenophora. Here the Ctenophora example is Pleurobrachia. Pleurobrachia. Okay, next our Platyhelminthes phylum. Here Platyhelminthes means flatworms. What are they? Flatworms. Here the example of Platyhelminthes is tapeworm. You know what is tapeworm? Tapeworm is called as Taenia solium. Okay, next Ascarihelminthes. Here Ascarihelminthes are roundworms. We are calling Ascarihelminthes to roundworms. For example, roundworms are ascaris. You know ascaris lumbricoids which causes diseases. Okay, next Annelida. Here Annelida, what is Annelida? A segmentation on the body, a metamerism present on the body. For the annelids, the example is earthworm. What is the example? Earthworm. Here the example of Annelida is earthworm. Next, coming to next phylum, Arthropoda. Here Arthropoda is nothing but jointed legs. Okay, Arthropoda is nothing but jointed legs. Example is insects. Insects. Okay, next mollusca. Mollusca is a soft-bodied animal. You know which are the soft-bodied? Yes, the snail is the soft-bodied. And phyla. These are the soft bodies. Next, echinodermates. Here, echinodermates which contains spicules on the body. Example is starfish. Example is starfish. Next, hemichordata. Here, hemichordata in some vertebral column present, in some vertebral column is absent. The example of hemichordata is fishes. Means which type of fishes? Starfishes. Starfishes. Next, chordata. Here, chordata means it contains vertebral column. A well-developed notochord is present. For example of the chordata is snakes, birds, and monkeys, etc. Okay, these contain chordata means it contains vertebral column and a well-developed notochord. So, these are the 10 phylums in animal kingdom. Next, basics of classification here. After the phylums, let's see what are the basics of the classification. When coming to levels of organization, here levels of organization is nothing but a levels, a cellular level, tissue level, organ level or organ system level. Okay, next body symmetry. Body, how can the symmetry is present? Means radial or bilateral. Next, germinal layer, a layer which is formed during the embryonic stage. So, we called as germinal layer. Either they are diploblastic, either they are triploblastic. Next, coelom, a body cavity which is present in the embryonic layers. Next, metamerism means segmentation on the body. Next, notochord, a well-developed notochord is present in some chordates and they are absent in some non-chordates. Okay, let's see what are they. Here you see, based on the organization of cells, animals are grouped into 4 levels. What are they? Cellular level of organization, tissue level of organization, organ level of organization, and organ system of organization. Here cellular level of organization, where it is present? It is present in sponges. Cellular level of organization present in the sponges. Okay, next tissue. What is a tissue? A group of cells. A group of cells to form a called tissue. Next organ. Organ level means a group of tissues to form called a organ. Next, all the organs combine to form a complete body. That is the organ system level of organization. Next, here you see cellular level of organization. I said you in the cellular level of organization, the cells are arranged in a loose aggregate. How? The cells are arranged in a loose aggregate. You may ask where they are. Okay, here in the porifera, the cells are arranged in a loose form. So that's why we are telling a cellular organization is present only in porifera. Next, tissue level. Here cells are arranged into tissues, means in the form of a tissues. What is a tissue? A group of cells combined to form. Okay, that is a tissue. Here a tissue level of organization we see in the cnidarians and ctenophores. Okay, next organ. Coming to organ level, tissues are arranged. I said you, tissues together arranged, they form a organ. Here these are present in higher animals, that is from platyhelminthes to chordates. These are present platyhelminthes to chordates. Organ level of organization. Here tissues are arranged into organs. Example is higher animals called platyhelminthes to chordates. I said you platyhelminthes are flatworms. For example is Taenia solium. Okay, we called as flatworm. Next, organ system level of organization. Here organs are associated to organ system. Each system performs say physiological functions. For example, digestive system, circulatory system, nervous system, respiratory system. Okay, these all our systems are present in the higher animals. So this is the level of organization. Next, coming to organ system of different animals show complicities. Here in the complete organ system, first let's see about digestive system. Here what is digestive system? Here digestive system is two types, that is incomplete and another one is complete. Okay, it has, when it is incomplete, it has only a single opening that acts as mouth as well as anus. Okay, that type of incomplete digestive system we see in Cnidaria and Platyhelminthes, means in that only single opening is there. Okay, by that it take and it will excrete. Next, complete. It has two openings, that is mouth and anus. Here mouth and anus means it is a complete digestive system, means it goes under the alimentary canal. What is the alimentary canal? It starts from the mouth and ends in the anus. Okay, this is digestive. Here next, circulatory system. Circulatory system is also again two types, that is open and another one is closed. Here hydra, single opening. You see, for incomplete digestive system is a single opening. Example is hydra. Okay, and here it is also a flat worm, platyhelminthes. In this also a single opening is there. You see the complete digestive system example is here. It starts from the mouth through the parts and it ends with the anus. Symmetry. It is arrangement of a similar body parts on two sides of main axis of the body. So body can be divided into two similar parts. Okay, how we can divide into two similar parts? Based on the symmetry. Here based on the symmetry is again how many types? Three types. What are they? First is asymmetrical, radial symmetrical and bisymmetry. Here what is asymmetrical? A always refers to absence. A always here absent, means here symmetry is absent. Okay, next is radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. Here sponges has no symmetry. Why sponges has no symmetry? Because there is no certain organ, no organ system and no tissue level. Okay, and Here, beetle has a bilateral, means it can cut into a two equal halves. Next, asymmetry. I said you, here body cannot be divided into two equal halves. Example is poriferans, snails, etc. Next, radial symmetry. What is radial symmetry? A body can be divided into two equal halves by any vertical plane along central axis of the body. Example is some poriferans, not all, some poriferans, cnidarians, ctenophores and echinoderms only in the adult stage. Next, bilateral. Here, body can be divided into right and left halves in only one plane. Okay, that is, example is platyhelminthes to chordates and except in adult echinodermata. So, this is the symmetry. Here, next coming to germinal layers. I said you germinal layers are formed during the embryonic stages. These are the layers of the embryos from which all the body organs are formed. Based on the number of germ layers, animals are of two types. What are they? Diploblastic and triploblastic. Here, what is diploblastic? It contains two germinal layers, and triploblastic is it contains three germinal layers. Here, you see, in the diploblastic animals, ectoderm and endoderm is there, but mesoderm is absent. In the place of the mesoderm, a mesoglia is present. Okay, and this mesoglia is non-living area. Two germ layers, outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. In between these layers, an undifferentiated jelly-like layer called mesoglia is present. This type of diploblastic where we see in the cnidaria and in the ctenophora. Next, coming to triploblastic. Here you see ectoderm is well developed, endoderm is well developed, as well as the mesoderm is also well developed. Here three germinal layers, that is outer ecto, middle meso and inner endoderm. Example is platyhelminthes to chordates. So this is the germinal layers. Okay, I think you are getting. Next, coelom. What is coelom? It is a cavity lined by the mesoderm. It is a body cavity lined by the mesoderm. It is seen between body wall and gut wall. Where we see it is between the body wall and the gut wall. You see here. Coelom separates the muscles of gut and body wall. Next, based on the nature of coelom, animals are three types. What are they? Acoelomate, pseudocoelomate, coelomate. What are they? Acoelomate, pseudocoelomate and coelomate. Here I already said you A refers to absence. Okay, I said you A refers to absent, means here coelom is absent. Okay. Coelom is absent. Next, pseudocoelom. Coelom is present but not defined. Okay, next coelomate. Coelomate means use coelom. That is, a coelom is present. Okay, you see here, this is a gut wall, body wall. In between the gut wall and the body wall, a coelom is present. Next, see here, acoelomate, I said you A means always refers to absence. Acoelomate is nothing but absence of the coelom. Here, space between body wall and digestive cavity is filled with a matrix. That matrix is called parenchyma. You know very well about parenchyma. The example is porifera to platyhelminthes. Next, pseudocoelomate, that is false coelom. Pseudo is nothing but false. Okay. False coelom. Here the body cavity is not lined by mesoderm. That's why we are calling it is a pseudocoelomate. Here, mesoderm is scattered pouches. They are arranged in the pouches. Example is Ascarhelminthes. Next, coelomate. Here, coelomate is nothing but that is true coelom. A coelom is present. Here, you see, here coelom arises from mesoderm. Aboriginal coelom arises from the mesoderm. What are the example of this true coelom? Annelida to chordata. You see here, acoelom is present in platyhelminthes and pseudocoelom is present in Ascarhelminthes, that is roundworms, and true coelom is present in Annelida to chordata, that is earthworm. Here, metamerism. What is a metamerism? A metamerism is also called as a segmentation. You know annelids. Why we are calling annelids? A presence of metamerism or presence of a segmentation on the body, we call them as annelids. It is a phenomenon in which the body or organs is externally and internally divided into repeated segments. Okay, repeated segments or metameres. Example is annelids, that is earthworm, and arthropods. Here, one thing is you have to remember, in annelids segments are more, in arthropods segments are very less. Okay, the example of the annelids is earthworm, example of the arthropoda is cockroach, insects. Next is our notochord. What is a notochord? It is a mesodermally derived supporting rod formed on the dorsal side during embryonic development in some animals. I said you notochord is a rod-like structure. Here, I said you already in the previous, animals with notochord are called chordates. Animal without notochord, they are called non-chordates. Let's see how the notochord is. You see, in the embryonic layers, the notochord is present. Here, this is the pink color, this is the notochord. Here, the structure of the notochord is this, a notochord. Here, the notochord is present and dorsal nerve cord present and post anal tail is present. Okay, this is the well developed notochord which is present in the chordates. Animal kingdom Animalia at a glance. Here we see one look about the kingdom Animalia. Here kingdom Animalia are multicellular and unicellular. Level of organization. What we read in the level of organization? Cellular level, tissue level, organ level and organ system. Here you see cellular level. Where present in the cellular level, the symmetry is mostly asymmetry. Means symmetry is absent. Okay. In the cellular level of organization, what is the coelom? Acoelom. That is coelom is absent. And which phylum? These all are related to phylum Porifera. Okay, in the porifera, cellular level of organization there, and they are mostly asymmetrical and they acoelomate, that is absence of coelom. Okay, next, here, next, a tissue level. Okay, a tissue level is present in Coelenterata, Cnidaria and Ctenophora. Where the tissue level is present, their radial symmetry is present and here also acoelomate. In Coelenterata, Cnidaria, Ctenophora, the coelom is absent. Okay, next coming to bilate and coming to Platyhelminthes and Ascarihelminthes. Here also in Platyhelminthes, coelom is absent and in Ascarihelminthes, coelom is present but it is false. Okay, next here the symmetry is bilateral. Where bilateral? In Platyhelminthes, Ascarihelminthes, the symmetry is bilateral. Next, when coming to Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata and Chordata, in these in 6 phylums, the coelomate is present, means a true coelom is present. And here which symmetry is there? Bilateral symmetry is there. Okay, and in some adults, mostly bilateral symmetry there, and in some adults radial symmetry also there. So this is the overview of the animal kingdom. Before entering into porifera, this is the introduction about the animal kingdom. In next class we discuss about what is the porifera.